Brooklyn. I got the whole world cooking up. Shoot a black cooker. Peace, community. Peace, community. Welcome to another episode of Community. You know how we do it in the community. If you're new, welcome to the community. If you're a part of the community, welcome back. Shout out to all of the leaders that is in this chat. And shout out to all of the leaders that are part of this channel. We don't like to call you a follower. I don't believe anyone should be a follower of anyone. That is another form of classism where, like, race, gender, and creed, and all those things that separate us. But listen, no, let's get into this video right here. Brian Pumper in jail, the ex-adult film star. You remember he used to run around like he was a hip-hop guy. Remember he used to have all the jewels on, but come to find out, they said all them jewels was fake. Wasn't even rented. At first, they said it was rented. But then it was a lot of videos at that time about Brian Pumper. You know what I'm saying? He was on TMZ and a bunch of things, Vlad, and a bunch of things like that. If you don't know who he is, this is who this guy is. He always seemed like he wanted to be in the hip hop world. That's where, you know what I mean, I know him from trying to act like he wanted to be a rapper and things like that. Because, you know, I'm an artist and a musician. So that's why I kind of heard about this guy. But listen, though, this guy is in jail right now, okay, for sexual assault. Okay, and I'm gonna show y'all about how to go about locating this information, okay, and how we can look them up. Okay, let's just change the setting though. Let's just change the music setting because I think this music is a little too energetic for this situation. Let's get into our investigative music. You already know. You're just going to go head on over. See, I looked up the information, the inmate, the welcome to the Los Angeles information, the Inmate Information Center, right? And when you go there, you can search the name, right? His name is Felton Michael. Michael Felton. What's up with these Michaels, y'all? I can hear CCC TV voice right now. Eugene! Court! Court! I can hear Trip C Treehouse right now, man. Make sure y'all subscribing to Trip C's Treehouse. Shout out to the queen. Shout out to my girl. Always staying active out here on these YouTube streets. And that's a streets with a K. But listen though, right? So when you go and look this information up, you know, shout out to Max V World Media, man. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? Because you are, you know what I mean? I like to give always people credit who enlighten me on things. I think we in a time where everybody just take credit for everything they did. And we need to start giving people their credit. But listen though, right? When you go into the case, it's a slew of charges. It's about like 13 charges. So we're going to be getting into charges. We're going to get into penal codes and all types of stuff. And maybe this information that I'm showing you right now could be very helpful if you want to go about looking up polite case, which is in the Los Angeles. So you want to know about maybe how to go search about in another district, you know what I'm saying? In another jurisdiction, how to go about searching something, because you might just know how to look up an inmate, maybe in your city, and maybe you don't. Because some people, like in my city, don't know how to look up inmates sometimes. I have friends in jail and they don't know how to find them. But right, look, when you go and you look up, right? So I ended up putting in Michael Felton. His middle name is Marcellus, right? He's 39 years of age. Right? Born 4/25/1981. All of this is public information. So anything that you're going to be resharing or showing is we're good there. So just know that, you know what I mean? If you want to like, if you're here right now, just drop a like right now, just for listening right now, as we're going to go into our own little investigation of this information. Make sure you're dropping your likes. Make sure you're subscribing if you're not, because we want your comments though. Please let me know your comments as this information unravels. But look, the bail amount, let me zoom in there. Bail amount, $2,225,000 grand total. You see the grand total there. So I'm not making up no story. Okay. So we already went through his name, right? And this is the booking number. This is the booking number right here on the top. This is the booking number, right? All right, cool. So let's get down here. Now, when we go down to the case, it's going to show you, and I'm going to show you all of this is free. So what I'm going to show you is how to do this all for free. Okay, so you ain't gonna have to pay nothing. So trust me, you want to see this because this is how you're gonna get to the information. Now, look now. So when you see here on this side, right? Hopefully, y'all all seeing my arrows and everything right now. I can't see my screen because I'm doing this live. I didn't do this as a pre-recorded show, so I'm doing this live for y'all. So y'all stay active, leave y'all comments as I do this. And then when I come back, I'm going to get to y'all comments. So y'all make sure y'all leave y'all comments in there till I get back over there, because I don't want to just mess up the show for y'all. But listen though, right? So we see the bail amount right here, $75,000. We see he got active cases, right? We got September 25th, 2020, right? This is expired, right? EXP, right? So we got one right here that says dismiss, and this was 7/26, which is July, right? And I'm gonna show you he was really active in July. He was really, really active, and that one came out of San Fernando County, right? The one that was expired came out of Van Nuys. Right. So the 75,000, but what we're going to get into is the 2 million. Right. And then he has one more charge right here under. Right. It don't show no penal codes and nothing right here. So right now you can't even find the case if you was trying to look. Right. So this is how you're going to go about finding the information for free and not having to pay the $4.39 or whatever they want to charge you to try to get this information. You see what I'm saying? Salute to everybody in the community. I appreciate y'all. This is the type of information. We are in phase 2 of the community. We are in the awareness phase. The first phase was bringing us in. The second phase is the awareness. Now we have to open our lenses and put on our magnifying glasses to break down this information. Now peep it now, right? So we got the 2 million. You know what I'm saying? You're like, 2 million? That sounds crazy alone to me. So this is how you're going to go about finding the information, right? So you see this number up here? This is his next court date. You see the next court case up here on the top, right here? Next court case. Let me zoom in a little bit for y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. See, this is the next court case. Let me middle it up for y'all, right? See the next court case? So this is the date. It shows you 10/13. That's October 13 is coming up. His next court date. The last one was on the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. Next court date time, 8. Okay. So it's at 8 early. Boom. So, you know what I mean? If you are in LA, you can't get up on top of this case if you are one of those people that be covering some real stories, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? Especially cases like this that you're trying to bring awareness to. I'm going to be bringing much more awareness to cases. There's also a case of a lot of missing women that's in St. Louis. I'm going to be doing a stream maybe next, right after this one on that. So I'm just trying to get all the information together to get into that though. But right. So now when you try to look up this information right here, right, you're not going to find it. Right. But this is how you do it. Feel me, community? You know, I love y'all. Peep it. Right. So look, you see these 2 letters on the end, RMMR. You want to do the number without that. Right. So you're going to copy this. Right. So let me zoom back out. Let me see if I'm doing this correctly. Right. So you want to copy that. Right. Let me see. Copy this. Right. Now you want to go here now. So now you want to look up the LA court, right? The Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles. You see what I'm saying? This is where you want to go. And you want to find the criminal case summary. When you look for the criminal case summary, that's when you're going to put in this case number minus the RM, right? So let me paste this in there now real quick to see if this gives me a result. This does give me a result. So we see the North Valley District, and then we have the San Fernando Courthouse. All right. We see both of them already. Right. I do want to take a quick test to make sure that my volume, because sometimes I do these things and then I get deep into something like a tutorial or something like this, and then the volume is off or some craziness. So let me just make sure. Okay. Yeah, I hear everything. So we good. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate everybody that's rocking with us live because y'all getting this information live. I could have did this pre-recorded, but, you know, I most definitely want to shout out to y'all. Shout out to Dated and Pora. You know what I mean? I just thought a little smart and just thought to bring it up on my phone so I can see my chat from here. So I can't see the chat, yo. I'm going to see the chat from my phone. I just caught a brain fart. Okay. So boom now, right? So shout out to everybody. John AK, shout out Gary Hawkins, everybody. I can see y'all now. I got y'all up on the phone. So boom now, right? So this is how you're going to get the information. So shout out to Gary because Gary is in the California area. And you know what I'm saying? Lancaster, Compton, all kinds of areas out there. Shout out to Gary Hawkins. He's going to be very vital and intricate in the building of one community, the West Coast, one community, California, one community, LA. So, right. So this is how we're going to go about doing this now. Right. So we see the general jurisdiction. We see his name is Michael Marcellus Felton. Right. So now this is going to bring up all of the cases. So right here we see, damn, on a slew of charges, yo. If anybody want to get a screenshot, I'm going to bring it in real quick like this so y'all can catch a screenshot real quick. You see it, charge section. Let me put it right there so y'all can see disposition. So you can see that certain cases is pending. And I'm going to go into a further breakdown of that too as well. I'm going to leave that there for 2 seconds so y'all can see that. Just in case y'all want to take a screenshot. It's 13 on this. It's 2 separate things, but it looked like they all, I believe, is running all together. It seems like one whole case. I don't know. We got to get into this whole thing. It's crazy, right? So once we're going to see what the exact case is about, right? So boom, let me zoom back out so I can see it, right? Boom. So we could go into the penal code, right? So we could go just do it like this, period, right? Let me see when we click this, right? What does it do? What does that do when we click this? What does that do? Okay, that brings us into the California legislative information where we can break down each penal code and it'll break down everything for us, right? So we could break it down like that as well, right? But you might not want to do that possibly, right? So let's go back here, right? Let's go back there and let's see. Let's just pick a random one, right? Let's go here first, right? Let's start from the top. It's going to be a quick, I don't know how quick this is going to be. Let's just start from the top and let's get into what the man is in jail for, right? So boom. So this is the same way if you want to call it looking up polite. I'm going to go into a kind of a breakdown about how you could go about looking up some of that information because some people don't know how to go about doing that. So we need to all be privy to certain information and not just be late to the party. You know what I mean? Everybody won't be late to the party when you could be setting up the tables instead of being late to the party, right? So boom. So now I'm going to take this. Let's take the first one, right? Let's take the first one. Let me block this out. Bang. Let me paste this in. Boom. Right? Let me paste. I'm from New York City, so I got a little different sounds. Dang. Boom. My sounds is different. Right? So we can see what it is, right? It's going to bring me same back to the California legislative information center, right? Where I just told you, where you would search all the penal codes and they'll find, right? Crimes and punishment, right? Part 1 of crimes, right? Crimes against the person involved in sexual assault and crimes against the public decency and good morals. All right. Then you could look at A statute. Hey, look. Rape is an act of sexual intercourse accomplished with a person not the spouse of the perpetrator under any of the following circumstances. Then they go into a breakdown of all the circumstances of this particular penal code right here. So I'm going to pause there for a second. Let y'all get that. See what I'm saying? Carnal abuse. Look. Chapter 1, look, rape, abduction, carnal abuse of children, and seduction. 261 to 269, chapter 1. See? Enacted in 1872. This is when this rule was enacted. This penal code, this law. You see what I'm saying? So again, you know, that's how law do. They break down when it was enacted, everything, right? So we ain't got to cap on this. This ain't no cap, right? So let's go into another one then, right? Because I haven't gone through all of these charges. I just wanted to, as it unfolded to me, I bring a lot of things to y'all fresh as they unfold. I don't really put together things. I really make videos by inspiration. You see what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? That's why I tell y'all to turn the notification bells on. Everybody make sure the notification bells are on because many people that are part of the community already and that are working with me have not received the notification and it actually clicked off when they actually clicked it on. So it goes to show you that we're being limited by in some ways. You know the reasons. I don't have to explain them right now if you catch on. Let's go into another one though, right? Real quick. Right? Let's copy this. Right? And let's go into another penal code, right? Let's go into another penal code, right? I can put it right on the top. You can make it easy just like that, just by pasting it right on the top, and it'll direct you back here anyway, right? Now look at this one. The second one is heinous. Look at this, y'all. Look at this shit, y'all. Come on, I gotta stop the music for this dumb shit, y'all.
No, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Look at this one. The one is this. It says punishment for oral copulation. Oral copulation by force. This is 2AC2. Oral copulation by force is a felony offense. If convicted, you could face imprisonment in state prison for 3, 6, or 8 years and end up to 10,000 in court fines. Oral copulation with a minor under PC 288A. See, all of these fall under this same penal code. Look, oral copulation with a child under 14 under PC 288A. Look at this, man.
Oh, no,
look at this.
You can't be serious. That is some bullshit.
And then say, additionally, you will be required to register as a sex offender with local. Look, let me zoom in for y'all so you can read this with me, right? you will have to be required to register as a sex offender with local law enforcement under PC 290 if you are convicted of an oral copulation offense. Failure to register is a crime that can be charged as a misdemeanor or felony, depending on the underlying offense for which you had to register and whether you have any previous convictions for failure to register under PC 290. Okay? So that goes to show you, I'll give you just a little bit so you can see just for scroll purposes. Just for scroll purposes, I'm giving you that, right? Scroll purposes, right? So that alone, we already going to what the case is in, and it's already unraveling what the people, because they bring the charges up. Some charges drop as you get locked up. Some charges they say we can't try you on this might not be able to be proven. And then they go on what they believe they can try you on and build a strong case as far as the prosecutor, the DA, and all those people, the state versus you. They're trying to build a very strong case. So you already see where we're going already. All right. So let's go. So 261 and 268. So we see two counts of the same thing right here, right? Cases is all pending. We see 2AA again. We see this is the same thing. So since these are the same thing, is CA2A. Okay. So 1 to 6 we see is similar. So now we see 289 is different. 289A1. This was partly part 1 or something A. That's how they probably break it down in law, right? So let's go into this one and see what they feel this charge, because remember, he was charged with all these things. So they have already assessed it. They had a pre-trial hearing, just like Polite had a pre-trial hearing. They had that, and they brought up all the evidences and stuff. Remember, in Polite's trial, everybody that was saying, look, hey, man, guess what? The DNA wasn't DNA and this and that, and they talking about this and that and all type of stuff. Guess what? When the prosecutors brought that up, when the prosecutors brought that up, they said, this was semen and everything like that. The defense didn't argue that. So you have to take note that the defense did not argue that. And in court, just like on the streets or anywhere else, in the court, if you don't say nothing when people are charging you, accusing you of something, that is the admittance of being guilty of it. If I look at you and say, hey, man, you took them cookies off that table, man, and you look at me like this, then you took them damn cookies, period. You got to say, I didn't take them cookies for us to believe that you didn't possibly take the cookies. And Brian Pumper's case, he a porn star, right? You would think that he's getting women. He's an ex-adult film star, right? You would think he getting women and all this thing like that. You know what I'm saying? He feasted. He lavished. Some people jealous of this person. You would think sometimes we're jealous of the wrong thing sometimes. And these people that's in these positions are jealous of us in our regular life, which we think is regular. They believe is the biggest, greatest life. Because he got all these things. He got milk. He got the candy corns. He got Jolly Ranchers. He got all this. And the man out here stealing cookies, man. The man, Brian Pumper, ladies, the man out here taking cookies, y'all. The man had all kind of thing on the table. The man chose to take cookies when he ain't got to take no cookies. What's wrong with this man?
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
That is definitely what that is, and I'm tired of that type of stuff. Now, listen, though. So let's get into Penal Code Section 289 in the California Legislative Information. Crimes and punishment of this. Now, look, crimes against persons or person involving sexual assault, okay? And crimes against public decency and good morals. This is another one that's kind of the same, but look what this one says. This is sick. Wait a minute, y'all. I have to zoom in on this one. Y'all want to take screenshots? Take them, please. This is craziness, y'all. This is the type of content you got to start sharing. Now I'm going to start giving you the content you need to share now. You feel me? Now we're starting to get into that phase. We need to start resharing these messages and bringing awareness, because so many people hit my email and they say, thank you, brother. Thank you for what y'all doing. Not just me. Many of the great people that's a part of the community coming up here. Great people like Gary Hawkins, Talaya, Angelica Diallo. So many great queens. Mother with the Wisdom. So many great people. You know what I mean? It's just too much to name. Remy El Ma'at, Trip C, Treehouse. So many people. Yeah, but look what this is: bigamy, incest, and the crime against nature. They gave this man a crime against nature? Are you serious? Any person who commits an act of sexual penetration when the act is accomplished against the victim by will, it says, by the victim's will, against the victim's will, because I just zoomed out, against the victim's will, by means of force, violence, duress, menace, or fear, or immediate and unlawful bodily injury on the victim or another person shall be punished by imprisonment in the state prison for 3, 6, or 8 years. So 288 and I believe 289 carry the same statutes. So you could see like with R. Kelly being charged right now, because some people don't know how the charges work and they say, damn, he's going to face life right now. No, each count that you're found guilty on, each charge has a maximum and a minimum. You see, just like this one has of this crime right here. Let's say he's convicted of this crime right here. So when the judge, it's up to the judge. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, the jury steps in, do their part. They find you guilty. And now the judge comes up with either by each thing, what does he feel? Like this one is punishable by 3, 6, or 8. So you're either going to get 3 years, 6 years, or 8 years for this. You see what I'm saying? So that's how it kind of works when you're dealing with the court system and convictions and sentencing guidelines, because there's sentencing guidelines that, you know, the judge can move between, you know what I'm saying, between the guidelines, because some cases may vary and you might not want to be as strict on some cases because every case is not the same, right? So look at C. So that's part A. Right? Part B, any person who commits an act of sexual penetration upon a child who is under 14 years of age when the act is accomplished against the victim's will by means of force, violence, duress, menace, or fear of immediate and unlawful bodily injury on the victim or another person shall be punished in imprisonment in the state for imprisonment for 8, 10, or 12 years. Look at this one. So that one says 8, 10, or 12 years. Pardon me. See what I'm saying? So each thing, depending on which one he's getting, this is how the cases work. So this is how you got to know. So when we dealing with like a Brother Polite or when we dealing with like a R. Kelly, we watching a lot of videos out, but you know what I mean? We may not know certain things. And why do you have to be late to the dinner when you can be setting up the table? So this is how you go about setting up the table. So I'm just going down for scroll purposes to show you, look, any person who commits an act of sexual penetration, the same thing that they were saying, right? Let me see if it's anything different. No, 8 years. Look, 3, 6, 8 years. Boom. As used in this subdivision, unconscious of the nature of the act. So Brother Polite is similar to this thing. She was conscious, then it was a place where she was kind of unconscious. We need to go back through his charges and see exactly what he got. So I'm going to go back through his charges. We know he got lewd and lascivious, and they have also a couple of charges that could be reactivated. So we're still seeing what's going on because anything could happen. They could still bring up another case, another charge on him. This is how this thing works. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're charged, that doesn't mean that they can't charge you with something else. Look, 1 was unconscious. Look at this. Let me zoom in, y'all. 1 was unconscious, y'all. Unconscious. 2 was not aware, was not knowing, perceiving, or cognizant, right? That the act occurred, right? 3 was not aware, knowing, perceiving, cognizant of the essential characteristics of the act due to the perpetrator's fraud in the act. You see what I'm saying? And then it goes down into a full breakdown, right? But we got a slew of charges to get into, man. So I got to go back into here. So boom. So we know that we got through 1 through 7 and they're similar. And we got another one that's similar. We know 287 we ain't see. So let's get into 287 real quick before we go back into the next one, right? So let's see 287C. Are they both 287C? Okay. So it's multiple counts of 287C. So let's see what this one says real quick, right? So like I said, all you got to do is going to bring you most likely here, or it might give you something else, but usually it's going to bring you right here to the California Legislative Information Center, right? So we're just going to paste that on in there, right? Which is 287C 2A, right? Right? So this is Penal Code Section 287, right? So this is Section 287. Right, of crimes and punishments, right? Crimes against the person involving sexual assaults and crimes against public decency and good morals, right? Okay, so now it goes right back into the bigamy, the incest, the crime against nature, oral copulation. Remember, I just talked to you about oral copulation and what you could get if you're convicted of this oral copulation. They hitting you off with some time for this. Okay, so oral copulation is, once again, is the act of copulating the mouth of one person with the sexual organ or anus of another person. Okay, that's A. Part B, except as a provided in section 288, any person who participate in an act of oral copulation with another person who is under 18 years of age shall be punished by imprisonment in a state prison or in a county jail for a period of not more than a year. Look at this. For this oral copulation, this needs to be fixed. Jesus Christ. Because they don't think it's as violent as the actual physical act and the things that maybe come behind the physical act, maybe like having children, stuff like that, when you can be abused. I don't know, because I don't understand why. If somebody is very more familiar in law in these sections, please, I'm looking for great lawyers and great people to come and talk in the community as well. Yeah, if you know and you're more familiar with that part, please let me know. But I will do a little more research on that after, because that is really crazy, because they said only for a year. Okay. And then they say another thing, except as provided in 2, they say except in section, it's just a couple of exceptions, but these are just a couple of exceptions, but this is the basic. So it says, except in provided in section 288, any person over 21 years who participate in the act of oral copulation with another person who is under, oh wait, let me see, any person who participate in the act with a person who is under, okay. Oh, any person who take with a person. Okay, so this is for a person, because you could have been under 18 too. So the first one right here, you could have been under 18. So let's say you're 16 and the person's 16. Then this one may fall under you. You might fall under this one because you're 16 and the person's 16, right? Because they don't specify your age here, right? So y'all may be both under the age of 18 years of age, right? And y'all could be punished. Then that's why they might say you, but not more than a year, because y'all might be younger. And then, you know, sometimes when you're young, you do crimes. But as you grow older, they're hoping that you can change. So sometimes they don't want to give you as harsh punishments as a child and be as harsh and just make you throw away your whole life. They want you to sometimes have room for growth. That's how it's supposed to be set up. I don't know if it goes like that all the time, but that's how it's supposed to be set up, right? So now it specifies in 2, though, except provided in section 288, any person over the age of 21 who participate in an act of oral copulation with another person who is under 16, and is guilty of a felony. And then they go into that, and then, you know what I'm saying, 10 years or younger, and then they go into everything else, 3, 6, or 8 years per each penal code, per each count, or whatever the case may be, right? Hold up, let me zoom back out. Am I zoomed out? I think I am. All right, boom. So, right. So let me go back here, right? So we got these, right? So we basically got those, right? We basically got those. If you're now coming in, this is who we dealing with. We're dealing with Brian Pumper right now. Brian Pumper's in jail for sexual assaults. The charges, I'm going to go into a further breakdown of these specific charges because I want to know further what he was actually charged with. Hopefully, Max V could get out there because he missed the last court date on, I think it was on the 15th. So hopefully he could get on out there and give us a little more further context on this. But I'm going to do more research to see if I could find something on this, right? So if you're coming in right now, you know what I mean? You got to go about finding his name through this, right? Michael Felton, right? You go through the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, right? You could just put in even Los Angeles Inmate Information Center. You could put in the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, whatever, and then you search for the name. You see, you can say search for another name. You put his name in. His name is Michael Felton. His middle name is Marcellus. Michael Marcellus Felton. You're not even going to need the date of birth. So what I'm showing you is a way to go about doing this for free because you know that these sites usually charge you. So then when you go here, right, just to give a quick bring back for anybody that's now so they can follow, you know what I'm saying? You look for the charges. You're not going to find any of the court case numbers now, but you go and copy this number right here without minus the RM or minus the 2 things on the end. You copy the number, which is the next court case. Then you go over here, right, which is the Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles. Then you search it, which is the criminal case summary. You put in that penal code. You put in the case, the next court case, whatever, the docket number, whatever that is. You put that in, and then that's going to bring you up to this which shows exactly how the cases is pending and everything that's going on. So I just wanted to give you a quick bring back up to speed. I think I did the first one, right? If I'm not mistaken. Did I do the first one? Yeah, I think I did do the first one. So let's do that again, right? So I think I'm gonna go to the next one just to make sure we're not missing anything. We're crossing all our T's and dotting all our I's, right? So let's go back here. Remember I told you want to copy that number without the last two, right? So copy that without the last two, right? Then I'm gonna search it. Look, I'm not even gonna put in no court location because I think this one is in either in because he got a lot of cases in a lot. He was very active in July as well. He have cases in San Fernando. Fernando. He got cases in Van Nuys. He got a slew. He got a slew. I'm not even gonna hold you. Certain times you can lose the word slew of charges. You got to lose slew. Sometimes you can use it, and this is a fitting time to use the word slew, right? So boom now. So look at this now. So this one now shows, all right, his plea is not guilty to anything right here. This shows the dates, right? So like I said, 9/21, 9/01. This is the disposition date on these cases, right? So this shows the disposition date. I could go into the penal code. You already know where that's going to bring me. We could go into a further breakdown. You would have to pay. If you do pay for the information, it'll give you even more of a breakdown. It'll give you some more stuff. It'll show you a couple of more specific things, like some things that's dismissed. You might be able to see that too as well. Let me just make sure 261A, 288A, we went over that, 289A, 287C, we got that doubled up, right? 261A, which is a double of the one, 287C. Yeah, these is the basic ones. But remember, if you click this will bring you right here to the California Legislative Information Center. You feel me? It'll bring you right to the Information Center. So you just got to know that. Yeah, the fuck. Kiana Perkins. Yes, Kiana. Yes, Miss Waz. Yes, Trip C. Yes. I'm about to soon open up the link right now. So anybody that want to come up, I just wanted to do it like this so that we can get this whole thing together. If you're now coming in, this guy right here, Brian Pumper, fake thug. You already know. Remember, he used to be running around with all the jewelry. They thought that the jewelry was rented. Come to find out, it was plastic the whole time. And he was running around like he was a rapper, and he was trying to break into the rapping world. And that's how he kind of he was trying to make his stance. He was on TMZ. He was on Black TV. That's how I found out about him. You know what I'm saying? Because who's really watching porn and who's really watching him on porn? Because he is mega corny as a person, period. He's just corny, period. So not only is he corny, he also was like an ex-adult film star. You would think that a person like him can have access to women. Some people, you believe that people be jealous of a person sometime, a celebrity figure. Sometimes women are jealous of women as porn stars. Men are jealous of women or men that's porn stars. People be jealous sometimes. You know, sometimes we human and you have feelings, right? But you jealous of this guy. What are you jealous? You way better than this person. Why are you jealous of this person for? This man had all these things in front of him, right? He got this, he could have women, he got all these things. He probably had some money or some situation. He probably was getting money. Who knows? But he was fronting, so he had fake jewelry. So I don't know if he was getting money. But, you know what I mean? He had something. I don't know if he had something. Who knows? But I'm just saying. He had something. Little milk, little candy corns, little Jolly Ranchers, little something on his little weird picnic table. What this man choose to do? What do this man choose to do, y'all? Stop the music. What do this man choose to do, y'all? The man choose to take cookies, y'all.
No, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
That is some definite bullshit right there. The man out here taking cookies. Ladies, watch your cookies. Please watch your cookies. Okay? They ain't just trying to put their hand in the cookie jar. These people trying to take your whole cookie. This is crazy. It's out of control. We got to know, what is the face on a sexual deviant? We don't know. Some people celebrities. Some people have powered figures, notoriety, acclaim. Look at this guy. He was an adult film star. You think you could get sex, right? Some women want to have sex with you consensually because you are an adult film star. They say, word, he got what? Let me go and sex with him, right? That's what women think. Some women, they may think that. So why do you have to run around taking cookies, right? Not only taking cookies, you charged with some of these crimes of saying incest, bigamy, and all of that. oral copulation? Is it with a minor? We got to see the age on a specific age on this person, the age on the persons involved. He has so many charges. He was very active in July. We seen some things was dismissed. He has a case that was also expired in Van Nuys, California. Okay, so it's a lot going on with this situation. All right, once again, you're right. You just go and you're going to find it and you go into the criminal case summary. And that's how you're going to go about locating the information. And you find that by going to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. And that's where you're going to put in the name. And then it's going to bring it up. And then when it brings it up, if you search this whole court case right here, if you search this whole number or you just do the number without the PA, nothing's going to pop up when you head on over to here. So you go in this part right here, online services, and then you go right here. Criminal case summary. See what I'm saying? So you go right here into online services. Some people be saying they can't see. Sometimes they're a little closer. Need me to zoom in. So I'm trying to take everybody into consideration. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, young and old. Some people wear glasses, different things, right? Not just older people. Right? So you're going to go to the case summary. The case summary is going to bring you up to this, to that screen right there. Boom. Where you would bring in and put in the actual code, this thing right here, and then you're going to bring it up and it's going to show that's happening in the San Fernando. See, San Fernando. And it got the address to the court. His next court date is 10/13/2021. Time is 8 o'clock, as you can see right here. I will be on top of that, and I will be trying to be on more prompt and putting alerts and calendars into my phone, so I am alerted. I'm gonna do these things with Brother Polite and a bunch of these informations because so I can really be on top of myself with this information. So yeah, man, this is crazy, man. You know, some crazy news. Brian Pumper right here on your screen. Yeah, man, accused of some heinous things. Heinous things. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely accused of some heinous things. I will be leaving the link in the chat, so you can come up and join and talk with me right now. Hold up. Let me go right here. Yeah, man, that's crazy, yo. Shout out to Max V World Media. You know what I'm saying? I got this update a couple of days ago. When I got the update, I ended up doing one video. If you saw it the other day, I did the video. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, we're in phase 2 of the community, you know, and this is the awareness phase. First phase was me just doing things. We was building. We still building. Y'all can still suggest content here and all of those things as well. I'm still going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing more of streaming other people's content on One Community TWO. So make sure you subscribe to One Community 2 TWO. Subscribe there. If you're subscribed here, subscribe there, because once we vibrate on a high level like how we're doing now, salute to all of y'all. I got to stop the music and give y'all all an applause. If you're rocking with me, just rock with me for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I salute to y'all because for what we're doing here, you know what I mean? Because this is something that came to me in my mind and we're actually, you know, bringing it into fruition. So I most definitely salute y'all. There go the link in the chat for anybody that wanted to join up and chop it up about this topic, man. You already know, man. It's a lot of things going on. It's a lot of things stirring up in the community, y'all. Shout out to Trip CTB.
What's up, Bilky?
What's up, Queen?
I tried to call you back. I was on the phone with one of my angels when you called.
Okay, right. Shout out to her angels, man. Shout out to every one of her angels, okay? Shout out.
Don't forget about that hotness that's going to be Black Friday. This ain't no offense against anybody. I ain't told nobody. I'm holding this close to my chest because I don't want no problems.
Mm-hmm.
We going to give somebody a myocardial infarction with this one. So just be ready.
This is correct. I'm going to go through a couple of, yeah, man, what you think about the information, though, Trip C, Brian Pumper, among others. I got a couple of more people. What was crazy is I had a person on maybe a few months back, maybe a month back, and that's why you got to go back down in the streams. A few months back, and they was like, you know, I'm close to a situation I don't want to go into if there was a man or a woman, certain things, because, you know what I mean, I still want to make sure that I get all of the information correctly. But they were saying that they was close to, I guess, the person involved, which is supposed to be an ex-shorty or ex-girlfriend, allegedly, of Shaka Amos. And they were saying that Shaka Amos was supposed to have a situation similar to Brother Polite's situation, allegedly. You know what I mean? That it's a girlfriend, or like a shorty or girl that you was dealing with, and then she had a daughter, and then it was some kind of, you know what I mean, something went wrong there somewhere, where it was something where, like they said, it's supposedly a case that's pending and all of that. So, you know what I mean? I think it was crazy to hear. I'm like, damn, Shaka too. So I don't know. I didn't really want to run with the whole story because I didn't get the full information on it. But the person also chimed back and was like, yeah, I think, yeah, it's a real deal thing. So if you or anybody else knows about that situation, let us know. If Shaka almost is hearing this and you want to clear your name on that thing, you most definitely could come on and speak your mind. But right now, it's a community watch on that situation. We watching it because we got to watch. You know what I'm saying? We need to all be up on the offenders list.
Show you no more. Is that?
We got to all download the offenders list, have the offenders list, just like how we have citizens app. We all have the offenders list. We need to be like how we be getting together, chilling on our block and all that. Yo, bro, you check the list? Nah, I ain't even checking. Let me check it. Oh, you know somebody else moved there? Let's give them warm welcome. Hey, welcome, but not welcome. Guess what? We need to be bringing awareness. Certain people, when you go and Google certain people that's in on your building or something, you be like, them people charged with crazy stuff. You be like, no, these are the type of thing you need to picture this person in the building right there. They're going to keep coming in the building, ripping it down, but you're going to have the print bunch of them, put them in the building, put them in the local stores around that corner, in that square distance, at least somewhere right there. That's what you could do. Maybe everybody could pay it forward by understanding the same principle. And this is how we need to start policing our own streets, man. Shout out to Tarkino. Shout out to everybody. Everybody's able to hit the panel. Just come on and hit the panel. Shout out to Kiana Perkins. Yeah, man. Hit the panel. What do you think, though, CC?
Just nasty. I'm going back to my old catchphrase. Just nasty. All these motherfuckers. I'm telling you, the Lord done put some truth serum in their water or something. Because they all out here telling on themselves. And if they ain't telling on themselves, somebody point them out. If you see a pervert, point them out.
Please. If you see one, point them out, man.
Argument League then slipped in the door. He had to come see what was going on. I told him.
Oh, yeah? Shout out to the Argument League. Shout out to Suave, B.O. West, Suave Boss. Shout out to Taz Exclusives. Shout out to the bros. You already know. Shout out to Domo. You already know, man. This is a crazy situation, man. I told y'all I was going to update y'all on the Brian Pumper situation. Yep. I also got another situation that I'm about to give y'all the full breakdown on. I gave y'all a little snippet. You got to go and check the 1-minute video that's on here. I think before this one, if I'm not mistaken, everybody that watched this, go and watch the 1-minute video. Cowboy, the Crip Cowboy, has sexual offenses. It's crazy. I put the 1-minute video. I'm going to go into a full breakdown with the case. The Crip Cowboy. He's a Crip from Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? He was around the Nipsey Hussle mural. He's from the Crip. From back in the days, we've seen him. If you watch,
Sweet Ma.
Shout out to Sweet Ma. If you watch, shout out to Sweets. If you watch like certain things, then you've seen him. I'm telling you, son. Yo, the man got sexual offenses. I have a 1-minute video. I think I posted, if not before this, the stream before this. It's an upload. I think did I upload or streamed it? I think I streamed it. Yeah, it was a live stream, just a quick little 1-minute live stream. So you can find it in live streams, or you can find it. Just look for it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see a picture of a man with a cowboy and the information next to it. So I'm gonna go into a full breakdown of that, if not later tomorrow. I do also have a show that I'm gonna be unveiling here. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a great, great show. So look forward to that. That reminder that I'm going to give y'all just a preview of it, just the screen and everything else, and you seeing kind of what the show is going to be about. It's going to be featuring Trip C on the show too as well. It's going to feature all of y'all as well as an interactive show where it's going to feature all of us. So I need for all of us to get interactive with this show. So I'm just mentioning it now, but then I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to go into further advertising it to you so that y'all know. So by the time it comes up and we have the date to lock on, and when we jump out, I need y'all up. I'm going to have all the sound effects and everything loaded up. It's going to be a very, very serious show. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody.
Yes, Hunty. Yes.
And Eugene is on the way too. Eugene on the way. That show is on the way too, Eugene. That's going to be on Trip C's Treehouse. Make sure you're subscribing to Trip C's Treehouse if you want to catch episodes of. Can you say it for me one time? I know your voice been bothering you, but please. Can you
Eugene.
Eugene. Okay. Guard. Guard.
I ain't got the lower octave back for that one yet. Guard. Oh wait.
Guard.
Oh wait. Guard. Quit calling for the guard, cause I'm on hard. Guard.
Guard. Shout out, man. Shout out to Sweet Mind rocking with us too. Yeah, man, it's been crazy, man. It's crazy to see the deviancy, man. People's sexual deviance, man. You don't know what the face of a sexual deviant look like. You don't know what it looks like, man. It's weird and it's scary. It's very scary. You be like, damn, this person's an iconic figure. This person's my pastor. This person's damn near da-da-da-da. This person's a family member, whatever. And it's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't put nothing past none of them.
Can't put nothing past nobody, especially when it's involving your children too. Don't put nothing past nobody, man. We got to protect our children out here, man. We have to protect our children. You know what I mean? We have to. And it's really, really serious, man. I'm also going to go into a case that Taz Exclusive brought to my awareness. He said that a guy that goes by the name of Ron 314, I think he's from the St. Louis area. He's also a content creator as well. Shout out to Ron 314. But he was bringing up a case that I think I saw Drea Talks, shout out to Drea Talks, speak about it. I don't know if I'm familiar or not, because she's from the St. Louis area as well. And it's about a bunch of missing women, bunch of missing black women as well that's in the St. Louis area. I don't know if anyone has heard about this. So I've been looking for more information on this. You know, the same situation. I was looking forward to Taz going into some breakdowns on this. I went to Ron 314's page. I'm trying to get more information from Ron. I'll try to share something from Ron. I'm still waiting for Taz to go up, so maybe I could get some further information from Taz, you know, because he got connection to Ron, and Ron is from the actual area, you know what I'm saying, at hand or in question right now. So shout out to Taz Exclusive and Suave BOS. Make sure you're subscribing to Taz Exclusive GOAT and subscribing to the Argument League right here that I'm about to show you right there on the screen. You know, for bringing it to my awareness. So, you know, but the whole thing about it with Taz, what really sickened me or really like had me push back, which made me start looking about the whole situation, is that, you know, Taz was like, you know, all these situations that's happening, you know what I'm saying? And they got the women, right? I don't know. I got to go back into the story. He said he got the women like they sex workers, and it's supposed to be black women, right? But then we got other cases that's publicized, like, you know, not to take away from no victim, because all victims are victims. Like, you know what I mean? We have a case that's going on Petito, and, you know, it's not like those type of slanderous comments that go out about her. You know what I mean? But when it comes to people that's of our skin tones or melanin, sometimes there's these slanderous things that's attached. Like if a person's a victim, they say, oh, the person was charged with a crime back in the days. What does that have to do with this person being assaulted right now? You know what I'm saying? So
just because I sold a candy bar in 1992, don't get nobody the right to do nothing to me.
Exactly. And that is some bullshit.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
That's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we got to be very careful about stuff like that and very conscious when things like that is happening around us, even if we're not the ones that's guilty of it. We got to be checking certain things, man, and getting certain kind of thinking up out of our community. We got to take our communities back. And it comes with us lifting our voices. So anybody that's going to be a detractor and trying to separate that, that's what they're here to do. But we have to still vibrate on our level and still come together and bring our minds together. You know what I'm saying? So I advise everybody, and not just advise everybody, but, you know what I mean? I urge everybody to share this stream. You know what I'm saying? We have to share this, because I've spoken about this to argumentally to mad people and no one knew.
Yeah,
no one knew about this, and I did a 1-minute little video on it, and no one still knew about it. So I want everybody that's listening to this video to share it. I'm not going to make it too long. I'm going to end this video at an hour, clock it, because I'm going to be coming up with another stream right after that, because, you know, I don't sleep, right? So I'm going to be doing another stream. I got a couple things loaded up. I got a further breakdown of Cowboy the Crip. Remember, go down there and see Cowboy the Crip. You already know Nipsey Hussle and all of that around this. Rolling 60s Crip, supposed to be a gangster, all of that. Charged with sexual offenses as well. You know what I'm saying? He's a sex offender as well. You know what I mean? Had cases pending since 1992. Charges there. Feel me? So you would have never thought about this. You see gangsters, see this and that. Then it got a further breakdown on that video where he kind of semi-addressing it, saying like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Word, I'm going to keep shining and stuff like that. Nah, we got to take away some of these people's light because I don't understand how some people are still shining. Some people really do not need to shine. They need to be in a very, very dark cell, okay? They need to be in a very, very dark cell, all right? Or they need to put their ass in a courtroom, right? They need to have their ass in somebody's courtroom, okay? Somebody courtroom listening to shit like this. Okay?
Please rise. Court is now in session.
That's the type of shit you're supposed to be hearing. Okay? That sound. Okay? Or the Law and Order music.
That old Matlock music.
Yeah. You're supposed to be hearing straight you're supposed to have nightmares about Matlock. Nightmares about Law and Order. Nightmares. Every time you wake up, you be waking up like this Mariska Hargitay. You're supposed to be waking up like Mariska Hargitay, because that's the woman that plays the captain in Law and Order. Her name's Mariska Hargitay in Real World.
I got a call. Hold on real quick.
Mariska Hargitay. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be waking up in your Mariska Hargitay bag. You feel what I'm saying to you? So we got to think about these kinds of things. We really, really got to think about certain things. We got to think about sexual deviance. You know what I'm saying? That's why I created the community court. The community court is active for all of us. So far, Polite is in the community court. We have the People versus Polite. You know, I didn't really cover the R. Kelly case as much because it was so deep into the case by the time I just came on line YouTube streaming like this live a few months ago. So it was so deep into it. I just let the people that were really, really passionate about the case really handle the case. And I just was informed and updated. Shout out to the plaintiff, Jane. Shout out to you, Queen, because you are one of the people that really kept me very informed on the case. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, like I said, I want everybody to share this. Share this, Facebook, everywhere, share this stream. This is what it's about. We're going to be having some real topics. Bill Cosby, in other news, Bill Cosby came out in support of R. Kelly, saying that he was railroaded. I did a video on that. Tell me what you're thinking about that. What do you feel? Is this the right time for Bill Cosby to come out and talking about in support of something like that? It's like O.J. Simpson going to a murderer right now that's accused right now of being a murderer and giving him some advice right now publicly. I don't think that is kind of the right thing for you to do, but you know, it could be a multitude of reasons of why he did this. You know, he probably feels wronged for being in prison at all. You know what I'm saying? It could be to poke fun at that. It could be he's just feeling that he want to say that. It could be that Bill Cosby really believes that. You know what I'm saying? He really believes that. But even if Bill Cosby really does believe that, I just need to make sure that Bill Cosby also does believe that Aaliyah, for a fact, even if you don't believe anything else, you know for a fact, and let me stop this music and give Aaliyah her always just praises. Aaliyah was assaulted by R. Kelly. Okay? So we're going to give Aaliyah her praises. Extended one. Right? Then we might call it goddamn FBI on this nigga. The hell going on? It's a lot of situations going on, right? So, like, you know, at the end of the day, Aaliyah was assaulted, regardless of who want to say. Aaliyah never received justice, regardless if she grew to be a strong woman. She lived with all of that. She was thrusted into the public eye. She lived with that blemish on her record, that stigma. Her whole life, you had to know that she was living with that. Nowhere she went, it was always attached to her. One of her first songs' age is nothing but a number. The man was writing songs like this for her. Come on now. This is some sick thinking now. We got to go into some real things now. This is some sick thinking. And this is serious business. This is not a joke. All right? So Aaliyah died and she never received justice. She never received justice. Regardless if we could say she was strong and we think she moved on and she was strong and she never made it seem like people, you don't understand when people are victims and abuse people, you after siding with a person and believing a person to be real or true, you know how hard that is? After siding with a person and believing it to be real or true, do you hear me? You know how hard that is? To after you look back at yourself and say, damn, I sided with this person. You know, you probably beat yourself up for being stupid about this situation. When you're not stupid, you're young. You're a child. This person is a perpetrator. This person is the person that took advantage of you. You didn't do nothing wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong. We got to stop blaming the victim. It's the perpetrator that did everything wrong. But you could live with something like this as a victim, because I know many people in my family and many people that I've met, encountered, I've dated people that's been through situations, been in relationship with people that been in relations. I mean, been in situations like that. And that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? The lifelong lasting effects of situations. Not no one therapy sessions clear these kinds of things. These things are very difficult. Very, very difficult. So we have to take certain things and certain people and certain things into consideration. All right. So to side with certain things, we got to be careful on who we are supporting. We got to be careful on who we're subscribing to. Subscribing doesn't just mean on YouTube. Subscribing is a mental thing. Just like follower, I don't call any of you followers, because that is another form of classism, and it brings another form of dissension like race and separates us. Okay? It is a construct. We are not followers of anyone. Everybody is a leader in their own right. And sometimes leaders allow leaders to lead so that we can get to a victory. You know how to do the water. I know how to do the sand. This person good with the trees and all that. All right, cool. Hold it down with the water part. When they get to the sand part, I got it. He in the tree part. Blah, blah, blah. We win. See what I'm saying? We got to work together. It's a village concept. We got to rebuild the village concept and rebuild our thinking. Okay? We have to rebuild our thinking process. You already know. Shout out to Nequa B. Shout out to Miss Y. Shout out to Clear 76. Shout out to my queens vibrating on the high consciousness. Jaded Empora. Shout out to you. Always, you already know. Love. I appreciate y'all. I always appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all all drop a like right now. If you haven't liked it, drop y'all likes right now. That helps more people to view the content. Make sure anytime you in here, just drop your like off the rip. Drop your likes in here. Just for not even just sometimes, because the topics that we're talking about is very touchy and hard. It's just for you dropping a like for the community and for getting the messages out. And that's how you sometimes donate. You could donate a like, donate a subscription, donate comments. You know what I'm saying? Not just money is a donation. You know what I'm saying? So I do salute everybody that's donating $1 or $2. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciation streams for everybody that do. I just recently, like a couple of days ago, opened my Cash App after doing thousands of videos on YouTube. You know what I mean? I never got Cash Apps for nothing. I've done screen for everybody, overlay. I do all these overlay graphics for YouTube channels. I create all the graphics. I can create graphics for people, different stuff like that. I did all of those things for free. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? But I am a businessman. I do have Fiverr. I do get paid for my creations and different things like that. But just because I get paid for creation, that doesn't mean I can't help somebody for free. And that's why we have to also understand that has to be, you know what I mean, an option sometimes. We can't just be running people down and shit like that. You know what I mean? We got to, you know what I mean, take our time with each other and know that we all in a situation sometimes, you know what I mean? But we all got to understand that we got to eat, and you can't be cheap sometimes too, because motherfucker don't be wanting you to eat like, damn, you eat it. They be mad with you, you eat it. Like, take your time. You know what I'm saying? What you want, peas? Here, take these. Take peas. Don't just throw away the whole plate, then we both ain't gonna eat. God damn. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the concepts, man. Salute to everybody. Like I said, try to share this stream. I'm going to try to not make this stream as long. I am going to play a record, Real Ones. You know where to find that, on Uda Block on YouTube, OOTA, Uda Block on YouTube. I am going to show you a quick graphic. Rock with me for a second. Rock with me for a second so you can see it. Rock with me. Where it went, where it went, where it went, where it go, where it go. There it go. You know what I'm saying? Make sure this is my personal page that you're looking at, Uda Block right there. Make sure you're subscribing to Uda Block to get my music, because that's where my new album is going to be dropping at, and on my personal website as well. Make sure you're subscribing to Don't Hide the Plug on all social media platforms. Don't Hide the Plug is also my website, don'thidetheplug.com. This is where you get all my dope hats. Me and my brothers have a deal with New Era, the hat company, and they make all of our designs. So shout out to New Era, sportings and hats company, for creating our hats. And every one of y'all can go about creating your own brand by collaborating with my two brothers and I. And you can go about getting your own design. You see, 5950. See, real hat. You design your own hat. We got the sticker, all of that. See, New Era. You could change the color of the New Era sign. You could change the dots. You know what I mean? The logo. You know what I'm saying? You want a Puerto Rican look, you probably put that. You could change the underneath brim color. You could change the strap color. You know what I mean? The pin, the top on the top color. You could do all those different things. You know what I mean? Some people don't know about how to go about branding themselves or creating a brand. Me and my brothers, we have that. If you've been in the community, you probably don't know about my brand because I haven't been here to sell you anything. You know what I mean? I've been promoting everybody else like herprana.com, Angelica Diallo. I support her brands and everybody else's brands because it's not about me. If this is the channel that I'm building, I'll have opportunities and ample opportunities to promote myself. So, you know, that's why I just try to take every chance to promote y'all. That's why I tell y'all to get active in my chats because I bring that up and I tell people to subscribe to y'all. I tell y'all to come up because I tell people to subscribe to you then and they see you and get your vibe. I also tell you that you can do a podcast here as well. I'll set it up and just tell me what you're going to talk about. You might say, I want to talk about divine femininity. Or King might say, I want to talk about how to be a king. I'll say, all right, come on. What's the name of the show? Give me the name of the show. Give me the name of the show. I create an overlay, bop, and now you got a show on Community. So you can have a show here on Community. You know what I mean? And you don't have to have a channel. You know what I'm saying? And you could get up content. However you feel, man. We just want to get our people vocal and speaking up about situations. Remember to go subscribe to my personal channel, Uda Block, on YouTube. That is my main channel. Golden Beauty, please release me from YouTube jail over there. She didn't know that was my channel over there. Shout out to Golden Beauty. She supports me too as well. I support her. I have like 35 YouTube channels though. I'm like Amon on steroids. Like, it's crazy. So she's like, damn, man, how much channels you got? I'm like, that's my main channel. It's just that I had that. And then when I was on my channel podcasting, because that's what I was practicing, I met a bunch of people on YouTube and it was being doxxed. And it's like I fell into the beef section. I'm like, what? I'm like, this is crazy. And I'm like, yo, I just seen people arguing in war all the time. And that's what led to me. Some of the things that had helped me and led me to creating one community is because, you know what I mean? That's why you might see me on a lot of panels on YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm not going to soul dissension. I'm not going to be famous on that. Like I work with artists that's in the industry. I've been songwriting for people in the industry. My album has artists in the industry, Mano, Davies, all type of people on my new album right now as we speak now, sitting down. So I don't need people's acclaim. I have my own. Those artists and different people, actors see me and they know me. They see me and say, hey, what's up? How you been? What's up? And we talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I mean? I'm talking to a couple of people that I'm going to have some great interviews coming on. You know what I mean? Some people are very private and stuff. So, you know what I mean? They be like, go ahead and build first. Let me see what you trying to build. Let me see. You know what I mean? But they see what the community is about. It's positive and stuff like that. So many people want to come in and many people are in my email saying, look, I will come on, brother, and come and talk. So I got rocket scientists, all type of people ready to come on. So we're getting into the second phase. You know what I mean? So we're going into the transition stage. Third phase going to be crunk. We're going to be getting a lot of people. I might be saving like DJ Alchemist for like the third phase of community, but the phases are happening quick. Like the phases might happen next week, next 2 weeks. So, you know what I mean? The phases may go quick, so we can't put a cap on the phase. So shout out to all of y'all. Like I said, make sure you're subscribing right there. Real Ones featuring Destiny Mariah, a talented, beautiful. Look her up. Check her out on Facebook, Instagram. Look at her name. Look at her name. Check her out. See if I'm lying. Instagram, anything. Destiny Mariah, talented, beautiful, beautiful, talented artist. I love all the artists I work with. Swear to God. But she's an amazingly talented artist. And I was acting at the time on a script. I was acting on Money and Violence at the time. And that was like the first web series that went viral. And that's what led to a lot of web series that's out there. And that web series also got signed by Jay-Z. So while I was acting on that script, I had contacted Destiny. You know, I found her and she was like, Destiny, I wanted to do a whole album, like a date with Destiny, like a whole album, just me meeting Destiny and just creating a whole album with her. That's how great she is. She worked with Ryan Leslie, so many people. She worked with BET, the channel, so many things. We have about 4 records. Me and Destiny have about like, I think like 4 records too as well, like 3 or 4 records. One of them will be on One Community. One Community album will feature y'all.
I'm back.
Okay, Queen. Yeah, One Community will feature y'all on the album as well. Speakers, everybody like that. You already know the vibe. Shout out to Trip C. She back with us rocking. Shout out to Trip C. Where she went. Hold up. Bop, bop, bop. Shout out to Trip C. Yeah, I'm about to play a record, Real Ones, for y'all before we end this out and go into the next stream right after.
Whoa.
What you gotta say, Trip C, besides subscribe to Trip C?
Hey, I ain't got nothing to say tonight. Shoot, I'm just getting off. I'm tired. It's a tie today.
Oh
It's a
God.
tie.
Oh God.
I actually had to work for my paycheck.
Oh goodness.
Mhm.
And that what you, Queen. Salute to you, Queen, for always doing what you're doing, and you on these YouTube streets, and you working, and you rocking. Salute to you, man.
Yeah,
Always Queen.
I mean,
Yeah, though.
Gary. Yeah, go ahead, Udo.
Nah.
Now I was gonna say Gary said that he's showing when you finish eating takeout, he said he's showing his granddaughters that you need to get that education. Sometimes it works in reverse. Me and my siblings are the first set of of our family's generation to actually graduate high school, graduate college.
Salute, man. Y'all
I
pushing
should have known.
a whole
Hey, why
different
it
line.
took you 48 hours to make the Eugene troll? You usually faster than that.
For real. Yeah, they usually faster than that. Shout out to all of y'all, man, for rocking with us, man. You already know. Subscribe. If you are part of this channel, subscribe to the backup channel, Community 2, One Community TWO. Subscribe to the backup channel, One Community TWO. Remember to subscribe here to Community. Remember to turn the notification bells on, because many people that subscribed already they was subscribed and push notification bells on, right? The program, I ain't got to keep speaking about who's who. They done clicked it off already. That goes to show you that we doing something great. All right. YouTube also told me that they don't want to monetize us because maybe we bringing people together. I don't know how that works. You know what I'm saying? I don't know with this channel how that will go about working. But everything that we're doing here is for us to bring awareness, us to unify our voices. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that is real right there. And I think that that's needed amongst our people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trip C, because she don't care about monetizing either. Everything that she does is just out of the realness and to alert the people on situations. So shout out to Trip for that. You know what I mean? So you got to give it up to real people that's out here and putting in this work, you know what I'm saying? And making sure that y'all staying up to date with this specific content that's been going on in the community, in the conscious community, be it local, be it global, be it all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Claire in the UK. She will be very vital in the building of One Community United Kingdom. You can go there and subscribe right now if you wanted to as well. If you're in the UK, you can subscribe to One Community United Kingdom. Claire, start pushing that on Facebook maybe or something like that, or telling some people to start pushing that out there in the UK so we can start bringing the people from the UK into that channel, so that when they start getting a podcast with you there, they're going to start understanding. So start pushing more people to One Community UK, Claire. As far as Australia, I'll be talking to John Cena, Christina, to push the people to Australia. As far as South Africa, I will be talking to Bello, because all of those are channels. You can go and find them now. I have about like 25 community YouTube channels. I also have One Community Kids, which is one of the most favorite channels that I'm really, really putting a lot of time into, the logos, the designing, the content. I've even spoken to some cartoonists, different things that I'm going about doing. Like I'm going to create something crazy. Like it's going to be the first time ever done. It's going to be crazy. But then I also have some people that have shows and cartoons that's on YouTube, and I've spoken to them already, and they're all full-fledged go. Like, nah, brother, you can use all what you want. So we got some conscious cartoons and some conscious information going to be coming for our kids. You know, I have a son that's 14 years old, and I also have a baby that's 2.5. The baby was taken away from me because his mom abused him, and I went to the courts and spoke out against her, and she threatened that if I did that, she would lock me up. She did. Her and her family locked me up multiple times. I had to lock her up a couple of times, but the judge and the courts did side with her, regardless of my information, my recordings, and everything that I have of her admitting all those things. But it was killing me for a long time. That's why I'm really against abuse of children and stuff like that. I don't think about abusing women. She choked my baby and I didn't abuse her. I didn't hit her. She lied to my mom. I didn't hit her. She locked me up and sent me to jail wrongfully in a place where I could have been killed there, because if you're wrongful put in a place, you might fight, and then they could easily beat me over my head and I die. And that woman did not care about that. So, but even when she didn't care about that, I still cared about her. Because I think we all need that. But in the same breath, I do understand, and I cared about her a lot, but I didn't care about her more than my child. And I did what I had to do to bring my child justice, or bring awareness. And me bringing the awareness led me to them locking me up wrongfully wrongful charges, locking me up, talking about I was doing drugs when I wasn't. I was selling drugs. I came in and admitted that to all of y'all from the beginning of my streams. Like I was selling drugs 1.5 years ago, like up to before then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not like you're gonna see me really getting locked up for drugs like that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see probably a nick here or there, but you're not gonna see it as much as I'm telling you it is. So I'm actually confessing something to you more than what you're gonna see on my record. You know what I mean? Because I'm not holding it. I'm not trying to keep it like that's some real shit. It's not. And the people that's trying to hold on to that, like that's real life, is not. You know what I mean? The people that I know, they don't want to be a murderer. The people that I know, they don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, a drug dealer, some of them. You know what I'm saying? They want to change their life after doing that shit for years. Some of them don't. Some of them don't know how to. It's many things, you know what I mean? So I'm always grateful that I was able to get my life out of there. But sometimes, you know, in the same time, it's like being a war veteran. Like you in the war with your comrades, and then you make it out. But then some people died. So you made it out the war. You won the war. But then you just think of all the people that's gone. And so many of my friends are dead. You know what I mean? So many of my friends are in jail for 10, 20, 30 years. 100, I mean, one of my friends are in jail for 100 years. You know what I'm saying? And we running around doing the same kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it puts you in a sense of guilt to say like, damn, man, what about me? Like, why was I saved? You know what I'm saying? Why I wasn't locked up for some shit and I ain't got the record that they had. Cause man, they're like, yo, son, you still ain't got no felony for that shit. Yo, that shit is crazy. Like, I'm an anomaly. They be like, yo, that shit is crazy, son. You was doing shit you done for that's crazy. Like, I had to stop the things I was doing. Like, it made no sense. Like, I mean, how does God, the spirit, Most High, the ancestors, whatever you think you believe in, they was working triple overtime for me. It's too much. They was working too hard. Like, facts. I was getting all type of shit, man. Like, for real, I had a gun charge thrown out, dismissed, thrown away, easily gone. Word, son. Word. You hear what I'm saying to you? Helping me. Because I'm always for the protection of myself. Especially when you live in that lifestyle. And I was. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it was another thing that kept me out of the public and things, because I was living things in certain ways. Plus a lot of other things when I go into them further in streams, like what happened when I was in Hollywood, when I was in LA, when I was acting out there and I went out there to do things, and some crazy shit that happened, bro. Like some really, really crazy stuff that happened. I did a show. My second day in Hollywood, my second day in LA. I did a show. I was out there to pursue my acting and do all of the things because I act on scripts and stuff. A few scripts that I acted on are going to be coming out later this year, 2021, and one in 2022. Great scripts. One about abuse. Great scripts. But yeah, I was out there and shit, man. And I went and did a show. You know what I'm saying? And after I did the show, like these people came to me and shit. And it was like, yo, man, like you good. And my son's mom was there with me and shit too. Like she's real talented too as well. You know what I mean? Like really, really mega talented like me. You know what I'm saying? Like we do mad stuff. That's why I'm mad at her for taking me out my son's life, because we had so many plans for my son, Halo. Like she does ballet, she does tap dance, she does spoken word, poetry, all type of stuff. I do music, songwriting, acting, script writing. I play instruments. You know what I mean? I do graphic arts, mad stuff. So I just wanted my son to have be the combination of me and her, all of our talents, plus whatever my son's talents that he wanted to have too as well. Yeah, didn't go so well with that, right? Didn't go so as planned. But yeah, man, the shit is crazy, man. I don't even know where the hell I was, man. Where was I just now, man? Shit crazy. I got so much shit in my goddamn head. Wait, let me just go right here and find where the fuck I was. Wait, I'm gonna find real quick. Hold up.
Build a very strong case.
Hello, wait.
I'll be talking to the fellow.
Wait.
You believe they was working triple overtime for me.
Oh yeah, they was working triple over.
Like, especially when you live in that lifestyle.
Yeah.
It was. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it was another thing that kept me out of the public and things, because I was living things in certain ways. But it was.
Yes. Yeah, it did keep me out the public though, in certain ways, especially when you live in certain lifestyles. And then, you know, I've always been hesitant about YouTube because I watch it, like Corey King, CK, like they from my neighborhood. You know what I mean? I grew up in an insane neighborhood. Like I knew him since I was a kid. Like mad people I know that's on YouTube, they're YouTubers. Besides people that I know that's like other people, like celebrity people. I know people that's like YouTube celebrity people. So I know the shit that they go through. You know what I'm saying? And I see the shit, and I be around a person sometimes, and I see how a person will approach them. Like, that's why I never wanted to go viral for being funny. Like some people like, yo, you bad funny. But I don't want to go viral for being funny because people take you, oh, that's that funny nigga from internet. That's funny clown ass nigga. Like people try to play with you. And then next thing you know, you're going to see another side of me. So I don't really want to go viral for being funny. But if it funny is attributed to me, then you could attribute it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of conscious about things like that. And it's really crazy though. You know, yeah, man. Bill Cosby came out in support of R. Kelly. I don't think that was good. I don't think this was the perfect time for that. Yeah, man. You already know the vibe. Salute to everybody over here in the community. Salute to everybody that's been rocking in the treehouse. You know, you got to come out the treehouse, come over to the community, come chill, go back in the treehouse, get a little peek, see what the hell going on. Come around the community, come talk amongst, see what's going on around here. Get back in the treehouse. You got to be periodically moving around. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your ambidextrous on. You got to get ambidextrous. You see what I'm saying? Feel me? Yes, you have to make sure you're doing that types of stuff. Make sure you're subscribing to like I told you, Uda Block on YouTube, which is my main channel, my music. My album features Mano, Dave East. I only always say two, right? I think one time I said Tory Lanez, right? But I really don't be saying all of the artists that you know, that I work with a lot. Because I have records. I still have records that I had for a year or so that I never dropped, just like a lot of artists have. You know what I mean? I could take their sample of their music, take them and put it on a whole nother beat because I have the vocal and I have it. So that's why sometimes I don't mention certain records. It take away the luster of certain things, maybe in future reference if you want to drop certain records. But you can listen to the Mano record. One of the joints you can check it on Uda Block. Right there on Uda Block, you can check out the Mano record. Yeah. It's called Trust, you know what I mean? That's the Mano record right here. Yeah. I'm singing on this record. Yeah. Trust no.
Let's go.
But I am going to play real ones, though. That's what I really want to play for y'all. I'm going to play like a couple seconds of this, though, so y'all can hear it. Y'all just go to Uda Block and y'all find this record, me featuring Mano. I went by Shooter Block, Uda Block before.
Let's go.
Oh. When I shoot this video, it's gonna be crazy, y'all. That's why I did this page organically. I never showed everybody what's going on. When I do these videos, it's gonna be crazy, so I'll be going up.
Stranger in my house, like to me, I wonder why.
You gotta get in your puff bag.
Nothing like laying down with a motherfucker that love.
Puff bag.
Said she only see you as
Puff bag.
on her eyes.
Gotta get in your puff bag with that one. Shout out to Mano for that record. I appreciate all y'all though. Most definitely appreciate all y'all. Shout out to y'all. But this is Real Ones. You already know. Shout out to all of y'all for being Real Ones. You can check out the music over there on Uda Block. I will be bringing up a graphic so that y'all can see and check it all out. You already know the vibes. One love, one voice, one community. Shout y'all out. I love y'all.
What's love got to do with it, baby? What's love got to do with it, baby? If I was your girl and you were my man, how can you go? Oh, no, man. If you give me love you.
She let me do me, let me roam around, and she ain't worried about all the girls around, cause she so used to being queen, she let them wear the crown. She got my back, she hold it down, right by my side, never slow me down, always pick me up whenever they throw me down. Been through the lies, got her crying now, she still believe me, and I'm lying now. She be inside, she ain't holding around, and she ain't got a bad name all through the town. Every day I love you.
If you're not coming in, I wrote this song and arranged it. Shout out to Destiny Mariah. I love you, Queen.
My real one. If you ever had a real one, hands up if you're a real one. This one goes out to my real ones, real ones.
To all the great artists that want to work with me, communityliving@gmail.com. Spoken word artists, everything, poetry, we're into everything. I want artists, everything. I'm going to be using your art for visual arts. We're going to keep shining together, especially Sweet Marsh. She's a dope artist. I want to use some of that art, Queen.
Still waiting, thinking of marriage, but she don't want to chase it. She ready when you ready, a true test of her patience. Love that you show can't replace it. My Trinity in this matrix, you just a regular. Nothing about you is basic. I be out late, plus the missed calls. You ain't eat right and can't sleep at all. The scary thing is, you won't beef at all. You got this feeling in your stomach, you can't keep it off.
Nequa B.
Intuition.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the Queen.
Been missing.
Check out that spoken word channel.
Baby, I'ma make an honest woman out you.
I will be working with her.
Ring.
Big facts.
Tell you better things. No talk, just show, no let them in. We got haters from the door, you can let them in.
My sweetheart, like I gave you my letterman. Hope you get what this letter meant. Yo, you a real one. Shout out to y'all. Baby. Baby.
I was your girl. It's never my man. If I was your girl, cause you were my man.
Shout out to the troll page, official Eugene. Shout out to Nequa B. Make sure y'all subscribe. She said, I love this vibe. I love you, Queen. Remember to subscribe to One Community. Remember, subscribe to One Community TWO, One Community 2. And if you're in the UK, Australia, West Africa, South Africa, North, all over, Australia, Canada, find a community for you. Log on, because I created multiple channels going about putting the content together. Look out for One Community Kids. We need conscious information for our children. You already know the vibe. You know our mantra here. One love, one voice, one community. Salute to everybody here. We got to let CCC chime in before we get up out of here. What you say, CCC?
We not only have one Eugene, we got two. Eugene and Eugene the Great.
And Eugene.
Oh, Lord.
We got Eugene and Eugene the Great. Shout out to the Eugenes. Make sure both Eugenes subscribe here. Make sure you turn the notification bells on. I'm going to be shouting y'all out all the time around these parts. That's the type of vibes we on. Salute to y'all. Salute to everybody. I appreciate everybody. Remember, it's one love, one voice, one community. We have one love. We have to unify our voices on our commonalities, on the things that we have issues with. And it's beyond religions and spirituality sometimes. We have a lot of physical things that's happening on these streets, outside those windows, outside our doors. There's many things that's happening. We need to speak up and bring awareness. Let us all share this content right here. Let's bring awareness to people like these Brother Polites and these Brian Pumpers and all these people like R. Kelly and all of them. I salute all of you and everybody that's been covering these topics, everybody that's been in the chat getting active talking on these topics, everyone that's been expressing their own, traumas through this whole situation as well and reliving it. Our hearts go out with y'all. To anyone that's a victim, our hearts go out with you. Our hearts go out to you. Try to lift your voice. Sometimes that's your greatest weapon. You thinking in your mind that it's going to change is the beginning too. So if you're thinking and you ain't make the move yet, trust me, you're moving on your way, because everything you think is what you end up actualizing. So you're already on your way. And if you have gotten out of a situation, if you have lifted your voice against some abuse, against abusers or whatever, we salute you for your triumph and your courage as well. We salute everybody. When we're starting to do these streams, we going to encourage everybody to hit a hotline or something, or speak to someone that's close to you. And I have to go about the right parameters to start leaving the proper information in my description boxes. Pardon me for it. I'm trying to be more diligent with giving everybody the right help, because we are here to help. So we got to make sure that we're going about getting people the right help. communityliving@gmail.com is my email if you need to talk to me about anything. If you feel that I'm a person that you can talk to and email, and just email me back and forth, whatever you want. If you need my number, you can talk to me. However it goes out here, we need to lift our voices against situations. We need to talk about stuff. If you want to do a podcast here, you can. If you want to suggest content for us to talk about, you can. If you want to come on and talk about the content that you suggest to me, you can. If you want to talk about it by yourself, you can. If you want to bring you and your cousin Pete up here to talk about it, you and cousin Pete and your landlord could come.
Community segment coming soon.
Community segment coming soon.
Community hour where you get to speak your speech.
Where you get to speak your speech. So it's coming up too. I was thinking about that.
Nick would say you need to throw her a wrench.
Oh yeah, my bad, Queen. I didn't give you one yet. You wilding. You just wilding out here.
Hey, Eugene.
Don't do that.
Say something in the chat that only you and I would know, so I know it's you. Eugene and Eugene the Great.
Let me go. Let me mod you before I even get up out of here, Queen. Let me mod you first. Make sure I'm doing the right thing. Hold up. Let me mod you. There I go, right? Let me mod you. Okay. Yo, Eugene, y'all want them? Yo, I should make the Eugene's mods, man. Both
I
Eugene.
don't know. I'm trying to figure out who you.
Figure you out.
Eugene.
Eugene.
If you are who I think you are, put something that only you and I.
We gonna
I
figure it out.
got you. That one right there. Yeah, both of them.
They Gucci?
They Gucci.
All right, Eugene the Great and Eugene. Y'all both got moderations, man. Y'all already know.
Same rules that roll on my chat are the same ones that roll over here. Remember that.
That's how we do it around here, right, Eugene? And one of the
Roll
Eugenes.
with power.
Look at this one. Look at this one, Eugene. Eugene. I hear you out there, man. I hear you out there, Eugene. I hear
Did you check your email though, brother?
email
From
right
New
now.
York, mother.
Jaded Empora. Make sure you subscribe to Jaded Empora, man. Very
Yes.
high conscious thinkers, high vibration thinkers. That's the type of vibe we on. Make sure you subscribe to Nico B, Trip C's Treehouse, Sweet Mom for Life, Angelica
Sweet
Diallo,
Mom.
all of my great leaders, all of my great kings and great queens that's helping me build this community, and I'm helping them to build their channels as well. So anything y'all need from me, just make sure y'all let me know. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. There's nothing more I could say is that I appreciate y'all so much. So much.
Yeah.
So much. You already know the vibe. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, man. One love, one voice, one community. We will be back with another segment. I'm loading up one right now.
Sweet Mom.
I'm seeing which one I want to do because I got a lot of topics right here. I got tabs up here with 3 situations. So I'm figuring out which one I want to uncover, roll
And
out.
just don't forget, hey, Sweet Mom.
Sweet.
Be on call on Friday. But before that, Sweet Mom.
Yeah, I got to
need
tell
you
Sweet
to
Ma
make
too.
a backdrop for the treehouse.
Sweet Ma, you got to tell Dr. Inky over there, follow Trip C's Treehouse.
Inky be over there all the time in the
No, listen to me. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, Trip C. Rabbit got the gun. Gotta follow Trip C's Treehouse because she on her top of her ops. Okay, so she is one of the rabbits that got a gun. Okay, so I need for
Did you miss the rabbit horde last night?
What? Oh my
Hold
God.
on, let me see if I can find it.
Hold up, I'm about to end this stream. I don't want this stream no longer. I want this stream to be shared.
Okay,
I
I'll
will
show
go
it
back.
on the next one.
I'm gonna load up one with the rabbits then. I'll load it up. I'll load up a stream with the rabbits and we can talk about that.
Jaded, what is the name for that daggone movie? The Night of the Lepers or some shit?
Now we gonna go. I gotta go in that interception street because when we get into that type, they're gonna drag. I know that's gonna be a something. We gotta get into that. But remember,
we gotta find somebody
Dr.
that can
Inky.
alter the people in this clip.
Dr. Inky. Where's the damn thing? Dr. Inky. This Rabbit Got the Gun TV got to follow Trip C Treehouse. Make sure that follows Trip C's Treehouse because she's most definitely on Tahaka Bay Body.
We need an editor to edit some of these people in this clip. But let's go ahead and restart because we know you already went over the time.
You already know the vibe, man. Salute to all of y'all. I appreciate y'all. One love, one community. Make sure you're subscribing to One Community. Make sure you're subscribing to One Community TWO. And make sure you're subscribing to my personal channel right there. You're going to see it on the bottom. Uda Block on YouTube. Salute to all of y'all. I appreciate you.